Hello, my name is Gary Scudder. I am a professor here in the core division, ably assisted as always by the excellent Kristen Wolf, who is wearing a bee outfit even as we speak. Today I want to talk a little bit about Core 110 and specifically the first day. So I want to make 3 points very quickly about the first day and what I think about. Keep in mind that this is often the first class that an incoming student will ever have at Champlain College, which means that it really is contingent upon you to not only set the stage for that class, but I would argue for their entire core experience, if not their entire Champlain College experience. So 3 quick thoughts. First is the notion of the syllabus. I've made this point before, but I'm a big believer in actually handing out, I know this horrifies Kristen because she's a hippie, but I'm a big believer in handing out a physical copy of the syllabus to the student, because I think, and it's the only time I would do this, but I think it's very much a part of this is a social contract between me and you. I've handed you this and you have received it, and let's look at it together, and it sort of sets the tone for the class. I'm also a big believer in having that syllabus be complete. I know I disagree with many of my colleagues who have impartial syllabi that they'll sort of sort out later on, but I'm a big believer in every day you know exactly what it is from now to the end of time, which means that I've thought about it, you've thought about it, we get the overall big picture of what the class is supposed to mean. So I think that's really huge. And mainly I spend the first day just going over the syllabus every day, every assignment, why we're doing it, what's the point of it. So that's point number 1. The second point is I think it's really okay to give a little bit of your personality the first day. I mean, the students are going to figure out who the hell you are anyway, but I think the first day it's very important. And I go out of my way to point out to the students that I take this remarkably seriously. I take this with deadly seriousness, which means I'm going to be a pain a lot of the time, and I want you to understand that I believe this is the most important thing that goes on in the world. Everything else is kind of a waste of our time, which means I cannot turn this off and you must understand this. I also try to get them a sense of why we're doing what we're doing. And I often will say to them, look, you have been told throughout your academic career that you're a genius and your opinion really matters. And I'm here to tell you that you aren't, and it doesn't. But that's okay, because I'm not a genius and my opinion doesn't really matter anyway. You know, I don't really care what you feel, nor should you care what I feel about something. Every drunk on a bar stool in every bar in America has an opinion about something. I don't care about that. I care a little bit more about what you think, though more importantly, I guess, that you in fact think. In regards to this class, what matters is what you can prove. So it doesn't matter. You should never make an assertion in this class without being able to prove it. And this class, maybe more than anything else, is a class about making an argument, a selling, compelling argument based on facts. So I really try to stress what's important to me that first day. And finally, and third point, I guess related to the second point, is why we read the books that we read. And I said, you know, granted, just reading them will make you a better person and a smarter person. But think about why we have chosen these books. Every one of these books contains in it a series of tools. And I always talk a lot about the creation of your intellectual toolbox. That you have to fix something, so you go get your tool chest and you've picked up these tools over the years and you don't use the wrong tool to fix the right project, right? You have to have these tools there and you must know how to use them. You picked them up over the years, and that's essentially what you're doing in the core, is you're compiling an intellectual toolbox. So I usually draw in a very cheesy way on the board, you know, a rectangle with some squiggly lines, and I say, okay, here is your chapter, and you're going to read this, and this is the book you're going to read. And then I will draw some remarkably clumsy, like, hammer or something in there. So you're reading this book or this chapter, not only to learn facts, but more importantly for what we're trying to get done in the core, so you can identify those conceptual tools and learn how to take those tools out and how to use them. So this is why we're reading what we're doing. You should never read anything in this class with the assumption of, I just memorized some facts. No, why did I have you read it? What did I want you to get out of it? And how do you take those tools out? And how do you use them? So just some very quick thoughts about what I think you do on the first day of 110. Thank you.